Planning on putting a little more spread. We shouldn't be telling you all this changes.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling...
Morning everybody, welcome back. This is gonna be day number 2 out here at Route 66, and as you see behind me, Dad's already underneath the car. We got some things here and there's a thing there. Let's go take a look at this real quick. So here we have a set of Pro Stock chromoly bars right here, but we have a set of, oh yeah, that's our buddy Voss wheelie bars. So we have a set of these there since we're out here doing testing and we're here to learn. So we want to see what the difference of running these chromoly bars and then going to the Voss carbon bars, what it's going to do for the chassis and how everything is going to react. So we're gonna go ahead, get some stuff going. I have one more thing to do on some sensors, get them set up in here, and then I think they're gonna start qualifying round 1 for top sportsmen around like 10 or 11 o'clock today. So we'll get out there for that. We are running top sportsmen this weekend with this car. This is a divisional event, so they do not run Mountain Motor Pro Stock, but we fit top sportsmen. So we're going out here, we're gonna go do some qualifying, see if we can't take that #1 qualifier and have some fun and learn at the same time. We are up at the starting line. We're getting ready for our first round of qualifying. We have comp eliminator going, that's our last one, and then Bill's gonna be coming rolling through here. We've got here, and then there should be Bill coming right there. We're gonna take the right lane since we are kind of doing some testing. We just want to make sure everything is A-B, everything's good. So go ahead and get this thing fired up. There they are. So that means that's my time to put the camera down and get to work. We're back at the pit. Bill's out here. They're taking care of some clutch in here. We got Mike in here. He's making the adjustments. The pass didn't go exactly the way we wanted, but we got some data, exactly like what we wanted to do. And Bill's gonna fill you in on what we found on the data and kind of how it felt in the car. So, Bill, what happened out there?
We put some power in the car from yesterday, and every time we step the motor up on this car, it's having problems with tire shape. And we're getting to the top of it. We're changing the rear shocks. I'm now convinced that I have a valving problem in the rear shock. And we found the clutch switch has been screwing us. What it's doing is it's not letting the 2-step rev limiter off. So the car actually moved like 7 feet, still on the 2-step limiter. Okay, in first gear, which killed our 60-foot time. And then it charged through first gear, front wheels in the air. I'm like, yeah, baby, here we go. When I pulled it in second, it went about 1.5 feet and shook the tires so bad it hurt. And so we're back to the point, it's pointing towards the rear shock. We're gonna change shocks out. We're putting a different spring package in it, different shocks, different valving. We're gonna change the clutch around a little bit. We're also contemplating on putting a little more spread. We shouldn't be telling you all this changes. Putting a little more spread between the 1-2 gear changes. It charged through first gear like it should have. I mean, we were almost dead on with the clutch, and it just it shook. I pulled it second gear, and I mean it rattled hard. And there's something going on. I think it's electrical in this car, because we bought the dump valve, we fixed the dump valve problem, and now we're fighting where the shocks aren't dumping properly, they're dumping unequally, which tells me it's got an internal seal. So we're putting a different set of shocks, different seals, different valving, different rate on the spring, making some drastic changes, because I can't handle this tire shift the way this car is shaking. It's not my forte. My cars don't shake like this one shakes. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. But this carriaging out of power is driving me insane. This thing just got so much bottom end in it. God bless that guy. He's like my brother. But this motor is badass. And when I get a handle on getting this thing through first and second gear, the rest of it's going to be a piece of cake. It's just, I've been fighting it, and I'm hoping, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm a fighter, and I'm going to win.
Once we get the transmission and everything back in here, I'll go ahead and show you that clutch switch a little bit of what we're talking about, where it comes up and off of there.
This particular switch right here is what holds the RPM. When I've got my foot on the clutch, this is what holds the engine at whatever particular RPM we set it up for. Okay? When I let off the clutch, there's only that much movement in the clutch. Okay? When I let off the clutch, the switch, it's either sticking internally or something, but we're not getting it to release the two-step. So the engine is staying at our leave RPM while the car is moving. While the clutch is engaged, it's holding the engine at, in this case, it was 5,200 RPM. So the car actually is moving off the starting line. We're getting dry shaft speed, but it's not letting the motor accelerate. It's holding that engine at 5,200 RPM. So that's one of our issues. I do have a switch in the trailer. We're going to change the switch out. The geometry on the adjuster here, okay, and the roller, we've been monkeying with this, thinking maybe this is what our problem is, changing this around. It might be in the geometry. We might wind up moving this when we get back to our shop, changing the geometry on it, because for some reason this switch is holding the engine at a lower RPM. It won't let the engine accelerate.
Hey everybody, you guys just saw our last pass, and yeah, did not go the best. We were having a rev limiter issue and some other stuff, so we got the car part, and I found a few items. Hey, now you can see me. Found a few items in the grid that I want to go adjust and make some changes to, and delete a couple of things. So what we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put in a brand new grid. We just want to make sure that there's nothing wrong in the box or hurt. We have a spare. We're gonna put that up, set it up. Have a couple other items we're gonna delete off the car that hooked onto the grid that we don't need, that we think are causing some of these issues for the tire shake. So it's gonna be another long night out here getting all this stuff done, fired up and checked over and everything like that. But we're gonna get it done, get out there for tomorrow, because we have one more round of qualifying, and then we have first round of eliminations and top sportsman, which we are currently not qualified for because you have to run a minimum of a 799, and we haven't done that in qualifying. We did our 661, but that was in testing. So now we're in qualifying today. We've got 2 passes that didn't go well. So we have to get on the sheet tomorrow morning so we can make a pass tomorrow night. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. If you're a new subscriber and haven't been here before, please visit the website right here. Go take a look at what we got there. We got some shirts and hats and things like that. We appreciate it. And for everybody else, the YouTube hokey pokey I always talk about, put your right hand in, your right hand out, and then you click like, share, and subscribe. All right, cool. Thank you guys. Until next time, be safe.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling